Okay, here we go. We're getting into it. Here we go. We have Bitcoin still weekly inside, daily. Still looks like the last video. I still have this in A, B, C, and I wanted the 618 to hold. I didn't get it. It's the 786 or the 883 or 886. Anyways, bottom line is it's still above here. The pattern is still intact. I didn't get my immediate, I believe I put out the last video around this price level here, 10,000, and I wanted it to bounce off there. I didn't get it on the 4 hour, so let's give you an update. So here we go. Little bit of a stop hunt here. It's some serious fuckery. All right, that's the best way to describe the past couple weeks. A lot of fake outs. Here we thought we were going back up, resuming trend, boom. And just difficult to trade for me personally because I'm always buying dips. Was able to navigate out of this, up in here, and then got in here, patience, but I'm still looking for the trend to resume. We did get a daily reversal. This is important because the easiest way to manage your risk when you think you have a pattern is just simply above this previous day's high, you get in with a stop below here. A lot of times this is the easiest way to catch a big move, and it's also obviously, there can still be another reversal, another retest. We could go back down right below here. We could hunt some more stops and close strong. There's a tons of different things that could happen, but whenever you're unsure, that's one way. You wait for confirmation, right? So confirmation is that the trend on a short-term basis did indeed reverse. We have a green bar above this previous bar's high. That is a reversal. And then let's see, on the 4 hour, again, some fuckery here. It's below, no, it's above. So we'll see if this maintains. Basically, ABC, 1, 2, and now I'm expecting a big move up. Let's put some Fibonacci targets on there. So if I go to the low, oh, dear God. Okay, to this high, to this low, and I project. Yeah, let's make this like white. That's not white. Okay. Did that even work? Probably not. Let's see, get rid of that. Just gonna delete some of this stuff, clean it up. Definitely can get rid of that. Geez, that just looks so ugly, but if you know a little bit, you might as well leave them there when you're trading, because rather than recreate your charts every time. Okay, there we go. So 12.8 is the 1618 if this is indeed a 1, 2, 12.8, which would be probably would coincide. You see this? This trend line, if we got it 12.8, if we got it here, that might be me wishful thinking. Of course, it's a big move, but bottom line is there's going to be confluence as to kind of where it stops. 1159 is the other one. If we look at just the basic Fibonacci, sorry, I'm a little slow. I just came back from the gym, but right there, this is the 618 at 11,995. Either way, substantially higher. Obviously, I do want this to continue. Now we see these moving averages rising because we're just doing nothing but fuckery, up, down. But price is decently stable. And we're just waiting. It's the next market entrant that's going to push price up. So if you have a patient hedge fund that's just sitting out waiting this through, and then as soon as they start putting money to work, everyone else piles in. We get the confirmed price move up that leads to more buying, more, and then eventually it leads to more buying and more FOMO, and then we get the top and everyone sells. So I will be trading around this position, meaning like, even though, yeah, I want it to go to, 15K, 16K up in this area here, I'm not going to be holding the whole position that long. Previous week, this is Coinbase chart, by the way, so 11,112 previous week's high. So we'll watch for that to take that out. Will be nice. But really, let's just start trying to get a trend. So tomorrow, hopefully be up to, 10.5, somewhere around there. And see if we can get this thing moving. The other thing is EOS, another probably one of my favorites. But EOS USD. As seen, we had a weekly reversal. So whereas Bitcoin is still an inside week, EOS has shown some strength here relatively. Of course, it dumped more than Bitcoin. Now it's a weekly reversal up. And so that's of note. I'd have a small position there, long. Meanwhile, Litecoin, holding in with a higher low, whereas Bitcoin is a little bit deeper correction. So all this minutia does matter as far as picking the biggest winner. Of course, this is assuming, that you have equal access to these markets, and it's not the case, because with Bitcoin you can trade leveraged a lot easier. It's more liquid. So I will prefer and put my capital to work in Bitcoin. That's mama. That's where everything else is probably gonna go around there. There's also like XMR, for instance, Monero. Not a lot of interesting charts, other than the fact that, look, I think Bitcoin's close to bottoming, if not there. A lot of people want to see 8,500, but look at this chart. It looks like we're in an inside week. Call me if we get below 9K, then yeah, I would definitely see that would be a point where a lot of people will be, vomiting up their positions and panicking a little bit. From 13.7 to 8, 8,500, that'd be a lot. But look, monthly, as long as we're above 7.5, 7,455. Again, this is Coinbase. Let's switch over to Bitfinex. Yeah, the lows are 90.70, 90.71 versus 90.84 and 13.764 versus 13.868. So that's interesting. Coinbase used to trade for a big premium. Other thing is, I have money coming into these markets that's fresh that I'm going to be putting to work. So I'm excited about that. As long as we get the lows to hold tomorrow, I'll be putting more money to work in a leveraged fashion. Let's see, go back to regular stock market, and we have Avid, which did a perfect 10 10 EMA pop today and daily reversal. AMD higher. It's interesting. I never felt comfortable trading GBTC because it's got this giant premium versus regular Bitcoin we can buy in exchanges. This trades on the regular markets, so unless you want to trade Dash BTC in a futures contract and deal with not only the size difference but also liquidity, mainly Saturday and Sunday, it's a lot different. So I don't like trading this next contract. Let's see. Why is that not populating? So I don't like trading this because Bitcoin will completely have giant moves over the weekend and not being able to hedge yourself. You know, either way, you'd have to have some money that was in an options exchange or some way to hedge yourself over the weekend. You just can't have that much money at work without some way to hedge yourself. Like over the weekends, it can move quite a bit. But these are the futures. The futures obviously look better than the actual. I mean, this looks great. So the futures, I would say, look the best, and for some reason GBTC not as good. At some point, this premium is going to die. People are going to get smarter and trade it on Dash BTC instead of the GBTC, or this will get hacked, etc. So, but I guess this is actual real Bitcoin versus the futures contract is not settled in Bitcoin. I believe the Bitcoin Investment Trust has to have actual Bitcoin, but I don't think you can actually take it out. If you own 100,000 shares of GBTC, I don't think you can transfer that. I could be wrong, not an expert there. Generally, small update, generally bullish. Look at S&P 500, boom, almost new all-time highs. Actually, is that all-time highs? Market ripping higher, but I'm not seeing, I mean, this is not Netflix worked. I mean, Apple, okay, almost near the highs. Google, halfway there. One weird one, which I don't know, it's kind of a range bound stock that got just absolutely obliterated. But lumber liquidators, they got obliterated, and they're kind of daily reversal might be something interesting. I do like seeing new stocks, but you might be able to get 11 something out of it, 12, and all you'd have to do is just put a stop under here and try to avoid getting whacked in earnings. Look at this move. iRobot, get yourself a vacuum cleaner to clean up the mess you make when you go gap down. They had some disappointing earnings. Let's switch over to a different watch list. How do I do this? Oh, Tesla again, earnings. Right into the moving averages on this comeback, and then gap down tomorrow on the open. Still no decision there as the long-term prospects. Triple D and 3D printing in general is interesting. SSYS and PRLB is the biggest one there. Yeah, that's interesting. This whole thing could be kind of, just a freaking flag and then poof. So, yes, in general, I have these ideas, what might happen to play out. 3D printing is one of them. Solar was another one where it just got absolutely hammered. I'm sure there's some solar stocks that are in general. I'm not that excited about stocks, STAWKS, stocks. Just much more excited about Bitcoin because I think even though it's easy to say this is just a bubble again, you know, I don't quite think that we know yet if we're going to new highs. There's definitely a case to be made that this is the bubble, this was the retail speculation, but having lived through so many of these before, it sort of makes you a lot more confident that, oh no, it's not the bubble. Look, you could say the same thing about this at 1,000, right? Traded this one, and then poof, 20,000. So this will be wildly bullish over 13.7, and I don't see why we wouldn't get to 20,000, and then over 20,000 it's just like a new form of rocket ship. Just because the FOMO at that point is going to be incredible. Already I think it's the best performing asset class this year. So that's a little bit longer than I wanted to go, and I'm sure after I end this I'll think of what I should have said, but that's enough for now. Peace out.